Welcome to Serpent Visionary Oracle. Today's tap-in will be the solar eclipse energies. It's all the rage. Today's reading inspired by the Portals of Presence Oracle deck. Infos and link is down below. It's going to be a very interesting in-depth inquiry. And it's been quite the magical day, morning already. The magic reading table exploded with the most powerful, beautiful messages as I did personal readings to start my day. And magic was just all over the table. So I've set this up in piles, but not a pick-up pile today. So let me show you what the table looks like in front of me for starters. So as you can see, there's 4 piles with different stones. So as you know, I pre-shuffle and then I live shuffle some tarot on top of the magic. I have no idea what's underneath each of these piles. But the experience, in the experience of me doing many readings lately, is that I trust that each piles will have something for everyone that's viewing. Because it's been pretty universal, the vibes that I've been receiving. The details may be different and the situations may be different with people to person, but the vibes and what everyone's facing seems to be the same. But not all are treating it the same. So I'm going to start here. Let me show you what I'm looking at. This is a very beautiful piece. Look at the beautiful layers. As I'm going to start the solar eclipse reading in the south, our temple, our bodies, guarded by the serpent. Look at these layers, so beautiful, right? It's this very smooth, Agashwanda, something like that. Someone told me this is Agashwanda. I forgot if it was a jasper or something, but it's that. So the reading begins with the wisdom of the presence of portal card. Jagron Shasha has the healing. Reflection as the spirit message. And nest for the passion and love space of the south. So, let me tune into this, and this is all oracle at first. And then I'm going to have the oracles here. Let me give me some space here. I didn't even arrange the table. I just got really excited and inspired to tap in today. Make some space here. Oh boy. Wowee. The Jargon Sasha is number 22 as well. For numerology-ers, number 41, which is condensed to 5 change, is the nest, is the love portion. Or what does our heart space say about the messages of the south? It's like, here it gets like, wow. And in the reflection here of the moon, yeah, it's waning. Oh, it's beautiful. In the reflection card, there has been amongst the lands, people who do not want to see, people who are not ready to hear. And the temple is saying, when you see it, the transparency within you, you'll be able to safely let out those emotions, which was mostly residual from the lunar eclipse. So if you did not get the message that the past should stay in your past, you're going to be cycling. Once this solar eclipse hits, that's as of Monday, there will be cycles. If you did not either let go of something, or this is having to do with debts, you had to have really seek your truth, and you can't lie. You have the card of the Jagan Sarcha, which is an anti-venom. Now look, a lot of what I've been experiencing with readings is that people are getting really hit hard. They're feeling lost or disoriented and all that. Well, it's because they really don't want to see the work that's ahead. They don't want to see. They don't really want to deal with it at this time. Which, you know what? That's okay. Because whatever choice is, it is. But the South is like your body. It's your temple. It's your everything. It's your all your foundation. Everything. It's the power animal of the South is the serpent. And there's a serpent here wrapped around a tower. So you've been bit, but have you received the anti-venom? Because that's what this is. This root card is this. It's an anti-venom. It's a plant. They even call the snake this. The snake's name is Chiran Shasha. And they treat the plant the same name, and they give it to when you're bit. So have you received that anti-venom for yourself? Now those that have, and your temple is strong, and you've been nesting in gratitude and bliss of the generosity coming in, of the support, of the gifts that are given to you as you're open vulnerably to receive. It's such a beautiful feeling as the solar return and the solar eclipse comes first, then the solar return comes as a light returns, yeah? So think about what you haven't, what poison is still within you, especially if you have connections with people that are still bouncing around that you're entertaining, especially that. I hear all this drama and all this crying and blah, 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 blah about exes, and I'm over it in the past, and they still fucking say the name or they talk about it. That's not letting it go, and that's not letting it die. Remember, you conjure your words. You keep it alive. Up to you. So it's just saying, if you haven't had your anti-venom, continue with the poison until you see the transparency within you. The portal says that you've been quiet with your mouth. And if you don't let it out or don't express your truth, you're not going to have a good time. If you've been very mental and heady, it will be starting to be cleared when you open up to the heart of the generosity around you always, the gratitude that you have right now. Because the more you're in gratitude, it creates more to get more grateful for. And it's just, that's a nice cycle you want. But for those that resist, you're welcome to stay with the poison. But the medicine is wrapped around you. So regardless, you'll be receiving this medicine when you choose. But again, for those that have opened up to it, and have allowed their hearts to be broken open and did that work, the depths, and never gave up and nested and kept on going with their work, not letting any outside influences get in the way. Those are the ones that during the solar eclipse will wake up to a brand new boom of clarity, boom of bliss in the gratitude you've created. It's such a beautiful feeling. This rock here that is in this pile is from the home of the heart. It is very, very heart. It was grounded down below. And I thought, it just looked at me and said, pick me up. And it was so smooth. It's as smooth as calcite. And calcite's way, 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 way smooth and shiny. This is a calcite. You can see the gleam. This one doesn't have that gleam. So it's more solid, more harder of a formation. But the layers and layers of warmth I feel. The bottom line here is no fears. Face them. They're never as bad as when you face them, corny as that sounds. You feed the beast, up to you. Do you keep the poison, or have you had the anti-venom, the freedom, the peace, the release? If you have experienced the anti-venom, guess what? This up here, all the mind, space, and brain is at peace. That's what it is to have the anti-venom. If not, that's quite all right. It just says your choice whenever you choose to let that go. As we head to the west with the passion, what drives you... Oh, wait. Where is... This is not... Oh, it went over here. Okay. One more thing. I didn't do tarot here because it's not... It's pretty straightforward, but let's go ahead and pull, because I like to do live. So you see I do live, and I'll show you your images as soon as all the cards are, I went through all of them. But yeah, that nesting, your home, in your home heart health here in the south, that vibration of the gratitude is what kept you like on top, and it's heard. Because those that are really believing and feeling it, you're having that generosity come back to you. There's a flood of the generosity coming back. Maybe the tarot doesn't want to talk. If none of them come out, that means I'll just go to the next pile. Because I think that's very complete. They're teasing me. Oh, I see. I get it. I get you. Thank you. It's for the east and the west. Okay, it's for the east and the west. The north and the south is way, 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 way more within today. All right, I gotcha. So we'll take it for the west. So let me show you your images. So this is the portals card. Now you see this has been a shaded area of not saying, observing, but you're peaceful though up here. There's no brain confusion. There's no explosion. There's total peace. If you look back, you can kind of see like there's an eyeball. I see eyeballs, like the center, you see what you see. You can see for yourself. These cards are magic. What I see is probably what you're not going to see, or you can add to what I've seen. If you gaze at this, like pause it and gaze at this, you're going to start to see a lot of different things. Here is the poison. Here is the anti-venom, bit by a snake poison card. Your choice. When I see the sun is always a good sign no matter what. This will be enough when you say it's enough. Because look, a lot of you are resisting. A lot of you are pretty pissed off that you have to work and look and do work to free you up. Or, oh my God, you're just so full of complaints and drama, this card here. Because you're not seeing your transparency. Please look deep within you to see your truth. And this is saying, be in the gratitude. And look this is a vulture. Turkey vultures are a very high reverenced magical beast, if you ask me. They literally eat death. That's what it is to be bit with this. But this nest here, they had the anti-venom, and they're going to thrive. Welcome to thrive of the layers and the reward that you put the work in. You didn't give up. You kept creating. You didn't rely on anybody else but you. No outside source, no outside influence. This is the power of the South. As we move to the West, or wait, they want me to move north. See, okay, that's what happened. I get you. They're taking a break because it's going to get very chargy. I understand. Okay, so we move to the south from the north. The north is really interesting. The rock here is the black tourmaline. You see this beautiful piece of mica here? Very nice piece of mica in the middle, shining. It almost looks like a lightning bolt shining. Ooh, what is opening up from doing your work from the dark? Let me see. She's beautiful. Oh boy. This is gonna get sexy, I can tell. Oh hell. Here's from the spirit world, a card of the Phoenix transformation, the healing card here. Sweet. It's lavender. Oh boy. Fucking passion, love, sex. Ay, ay, ay. Oh shit. Serpents here. That's the passion side. Oh wait, there's two of these cards. And shelter. Holy shit. This is a powerful heart space. Let me get into it. Wow. Wow. I'm wowed. Okay. Let's see what Lady North says. The power animal, of course, of the north is the hummingbird, the one that's always seeking nectar, always, always thriving on that deep, yummy sweetness. And oh, and it's hummingbird season over here. All right. My hair got a little wild. This is oozing sensuality and sexuality. This is oozing from and emoting any last griefs, any last deaths, but not as the deep sorrow that it once was, as a step of power. The emoting is in her eyes. There's wings that were burdensome that are melting. Let them burn, let them fall off of you. For those that are resisting the death, it's been very, very challenging for you because you don't want to let go of things. This is very much, the north and south always relates within. The east and west are the actions. That's how come that wanted to be in tune with this, because a lot of people need healing in their heart space with people in the past, people in the present. This is not only a rebirth in the heart, this is like a phoenix. This is really fiery, passionate, no bullshitting, burning everything in its path as it rises and above. The interesting thing about the healing card here, the lavender, because lavender is very soothing. Because some of you, get a little burned on the way. It's too fiery. It's telling you soothe. Have some balance, because some of you are very on fire. So on fire that it can be over fire, which is burnout, or you need to calm and soothe some of the fire, because this is a very strong, passionate fire. The passion cards, although is the shelter, the spiritual growth, accountability, the healing, which is very lavender. And then we have the serpent, which is 32. That's number 5. We had 5 in the north. Double 5. I'm just saying. That card of 22, Yeah, the card of 22 up here. I don't usually condense power numbers. That's a power number. It stays at 22. But what happens down below is it condenses to a 2 with the lavender. So it becomes more within and not about someone outside yourself. Here's the thing about the lavender card. Here, this is where the ancestors come and soothe you. See, because there's wings here in the portal card that I see, but they're melting. Where sometimes the guardians and around us, they guard and they guide, but sometimes you may have brackets where you kind of feel alone. You were never alone, but then you'll feel it because it's like of being pushed off the edge to see what you're made of. Does this person fly? Or do we come and save them again until they get it? For those that are needing the comfort and the shelter, remember it was up here in the south as well, where some are not wanting to do the work. They resist it and they're like, it's not I don't want to. They're very stubborn about it. They can't see it and they can't hear it. See, these groups I've been is morphed to this kind of a feel. So there's ones that are going to go forward and there's ones that thought they were going to go forward, but they're not going to experience the same kind of cycle as the ones that really put the bullshit to death. And I mean, everything got stripped and to death for real. Those that say, oh, I did that, you're lying because this wouldn't show up. There's two groups here. Don't lie is what it's saying. Be truthful with it. So it's okay. There's no weaknesses in this. It's just choice. It just is. If you resist, you resist. Guess what? Resist is a re-word. It's retrograde. Retrograde. If you're resisting, that's a part of retrograde. But it's the card of reflection. Reflection. Up to you. But in the heart space, there's a meltdown. Because this fire is very strong in the solar. Yeah, there's no middle. It either burns or you fly. You know, you're going to either fly or it's going to burn. And there's another cycle of rebuilding there. Because you need more of a comfort at this time and a timeout. But that's your choice. But no, it's your choice from fears and resistance to not want to be the transparency and do anything about it, and it's okay. The other side of the heart space, because I said it's two groups here again. For those that are more on the phoenix side and the fire side, boy, are you ever going to rise. Like I see the heart space just bursting open. This is very sexy, very sensual, very taking hold of the flame, not giving a fuck. You put in the depths and you were brave to face the fears and go beyond, and you really did leave the past behind. Like you burned it. It's done. Contract over. As the water drips off my mouth, just like the honey of the hummingbird and how juicy this is the serpent. I love this deck for this card. It's unconventional. It's unlinear. It's non-conformity. Has nothing to do with influence or what the world says. This is true inner fucking work. So proud of the ones that have done this. I'm not disproud of anybody, but this one, it really takes something. It really does. I get it done in 8 hours of sitting in intensity with medicine. Other people do it other ways. I do understand what this is like. So salute to this north-south message. And this is solar eclipse energy, especially posts, because that's when the magic starts to really fucking happen. Woo! And during retrograde. What a powerful, crazy ass April. Amazing. It's the two favorite seasons too. Like if you're south, you're experiencing fall. Here it's spring. Juicy. Both seasons are very juicy. You know, the in between kind of, you know. Okay. Did I show you the images? I'm going to show you the images up close again, and then I'll do the east and west. So we have Lady North. You can see like the apple, you can see somebody's ass, you can see it's very sensual and sexual. There's a heart. She has beautiful sensual lips. The wings here are melting, the layers are just melting, oozing. Regardless of what category you may be, it's still happening. That's okay. Don't matter your choice. Everyone has a different contract. Just interesting, it's divided in two again. So for crowd one, which is self, you're going to need shelter. You need more time to grow. You need more healing. Evident by the lavender card, which is very soothing, very comforting, allowing more rest. Notice the spider's not in the web. Oh, yes, it is. There it is. Excuse me. It's very, the angels are kind of like there. Look at how beautiful the baby. It's very nurturing and comforting. So this tells me that the solar eclipses and the intensities, that you're the group that needs time out, needs more of this, although it's based on your fears and resistance of some kind. That's okay. For the power animals here, for the beasts in the group, there you are. The phoenix and the serpent. Such a stunning, stunning card. That's the north and south. Beautiful for the work though. There's dark. Still needing to emerge. This is only a little piece of mica here beaming. I bet you there's more mica in these chips. I could tell. Moving on to the west. I mean, wow. I'm gonna clear the table a little here. And in my experience, this is pretty interesting. It shows up this way on the table today, because I'm actually feeling for the ones that don't see it or that can't hear it, and it's okay, because they need us to help pull them out one day. They'll return home. Oh, I know. I was going to flip them for you. Excuse me. Yes, we have the beautiful citrine, the eyeball citrine. I have a lot of citrine on my table, but this is like the eyeball one. This is very center, very belly, very yummy. What is the portal card? Oh, okay. Oh, look, there's a little... Okay, citrine, yay. This is the portal card. The spirit message is, tiger, personal power. The healing message is coca. Liking it. The passion, Heart space message of the West is ascension. So there's going to be some peace here. You that are worried, especially, it's challenging your personal power, I know. There's a double message in this portal card. Let me tune in. I'm going to get really hydrated. Let me pause this for a minute. Okay, so in the portal card, it's really interesting because I feel this two sides as well. And you can even see this, the two sides here, and then the two sides here, the split, the roads, the two separate roads here. Now one seems to like think they can't make it or they're not capable, and the other one finds the key and cuts through and gets through the road. Okay, so the double meanings here as well. Great. Sure is. Yeah, to drop down right here in the gut is a very vulnerable place for a lot of people. So if you've had stomach stuff, gut stuff, it's saying when you're going to do something about that, when you're going to stop the mayhem and the madness. I'm going to read the other side first. This is the other side. Because that's where the fears are trapped. Your intestinal area is the third intelligence that we have. We speak of the mind. I'm always with the heart is the intelligence, and then there's a gut intelligence. Because if you think about it, it absorbs everything or it doesn't absorb, depending on the individual of what they don't want to absorb. What is the block there that they don't want to let that nurture in? Gut issues are very, very deep-seated, rooted fears that are very scary to deal with. I get it. The lower, if it's in the mid-gut, when they drop down to colon area in your ass, that means you're really fucking pissed off, like angst beyond. Out of my experience as a body worker, right? So it's saying, please do something about this. Because this is the beauty of the Ascension card. There's got to be some peace coming to you. Even with the solar eclipses, and even if you are the people that cycle, like start this other cycle of because you didn't do the past, you didn't let go of the past, or something didn't quite, you didn't make the gate there. It's still a beginning of something, but it's maybe rough road if you don't act now. There's just something about your health here. Because when the West is about what drives you, what gets you up in the morning, what your truth is, what you stand for. This is very leadership within yourself. This is mountain lion. And no mountain lion I know is afraid to fucking hunt down anything when they're hungry. They don't give a shit. These cats are wild. They could take down a bear if they had to, you know? So there's health to take care of here with some of you. Now, the ones that are in their personal power that know, and you could be in the same place, because one side's worried as fuck and the other one's like, oh well, I'm going to go through it and I'm going to be a badass going through it. I'm knocked down sometimes, you know, but it's just that you're so fierce in how people deal with dark times and what they do. When you really move yourself physically through it too, and you don't let it affect your health as much as possible. I mean, the emotions will and stuff that we go through will, but if your diet is on or you're moving or channeling it out, especially physically, because this is a real physical feeling group that's high energy here, and then the other ones are not. They like do it in spurts and then they're like, no, it's not like full force. And then when they try to do full force, it's really not them. So please find what you love to do physically. But for those that vibe with their physicalness and everything, they're gonna go steaming right forward. The coca plant. Well, coca plant is what? Coca plant. They give the coca plant to balance altitude sickness. When they go to altitudes, those people chew on that shit all day. That's how they can live up in the altitudes, right? Going higher. So this is telling us next level shit is on. It's right there. This solar eclipse is going to go boom, and we're going to get right into it. We're going to just shoot. Coca is very energetic. It's like it's a stimulant, yeah, but they chew it for the high levels to maintain the balance. So if the medicine's misunderstood, it's like when they turn it into cocaine, it's like, well, fuck, they just fucked it up. That's a drug now. But the plant itself, it's really a good healing plant. I've not experienced it, but people that have chewed it in Peru, they tell me about it. It's very healing. It propels them forward. There's a rainbow in this card. There's volcanoes ready to burst out. There's this naked, beautiful earth vine woman with her cat. Kind of looks like the tattoo on my back, the leopard, which is interesting because a mountain lion is like our leopard. The leopard, we don't have a jungle here in the United States, so our jungle cat is the mountain lion. That's our cat. Over in these lands, it's the jaguar leopard. In Asian lands, it's more the tiger. So it depends on the lands what your power animal is, but it is a feline that is the power animal of the West. And so the ones that are propelling like badasses here in their feminine power, I don't know what the other sign is. I'm going to learn them, I promise, because it is an astrology herbal deck. And here they have astrology symbols. And I'm not one to look in the book. I'll learn after. I just really like loving the vibe, not to look. I'll learn that later somehow. But I do know this is the Venus sign right here. And I don't know what that one is up there. I forget. But anyways, it's a beautiful, beautiful West. No matter how you're charging forward. If you need the break, if you're scared, if you're not, whatever, it's all good. That's what I mean. That people have choice. And when like sometimes they're just not going to go with you, that's okay too. And that's the whole path of the soul here. There's all kinds of vibes here. It's all mixed up, actually. Because a lot of you had detours along the way. Who did? Especially right now, we're in retrograde. This is solar eclipse power, though. So after the eclipse happens, we're allowing that sun energy to boom. So this is not an emo type of eclipse, I'm feeling. It's more like a burst forward. So if you don't feel like the burst forward and you're feeling all this, the blue here and these, the blue vibes, that's okay too. Just allow it because it's going to come anyway. It's just you'll experience it a different way than the ones that are on the other side. Not that anyone's better as well. It's just a different feeling because it just is. Let me show you your images of the West. Okay. This is such a sweet portal card with the owl. Oh, see, this one right here is not divided. I don't feel the dividedness so much in the east-west cards as much as the inner north-south. So the actions are the actions. But according to the solar eclipse energies, especially right after, there's much clarity here. And much insight and much wisdom to come in all of the situations, because it doesn't feel divided here at the end. I'm so glad, because I'm really feeling for the ones that have been struggling. I have. And when I see them live before me, like when I do the live readings in front of me, I swear I was crying with people yesterday. It's so intense for people right now. Although I'm a very tough teacher and I'm very stern about what I see on the table. For some, It doesn't matter how stern I am, they're not ready to see it, just like the division here. But there's something that they do on their own. And so that's what I mean when I say that, oh, well, you don't need anything, you have you. It's true with the manifestation card, because this is fucking wizard, this is Merlin, this is the man, this is like waving the wand, waving what your wishes are, waving, because it looks like the light looks like how you wished when you blow it and goes, it looks like one of those on a wand. And here we are, warriors. The east is what's coming at us. The east is what has us go forward. It's hawk energy, or whatever the bird of prey that's biggest in your land is, the one that is highest, swiftest, stealthest, hunter of the skies, very focused. Interesting, we have an eagle here, up here. So yes, very focused, very renewing and coming out of nowhere. I keep saying that, but this is the only coming out of nowhere card in the whole entire deck. This has been really deep. Oh, there it went. To feel people's work and non-work. Okay. So we have the warrior card here with the lion. Much, much, much courage, much bravery to face everything. But the clarity here and you just taking it on is the manifest. Okay, what's the card say? Okay, I was going to tell you what cordyceps is, because you probably don't know what that is or never heard of it. It's very wild. It's actually a fungus. It's a very high healing type of fungus. And it's one of those phoenix type things, because we have two birds here. We have two of them now in each polarity. The north, south, and then the east, west here. And always the ladder of the phoenix was in the north and this one's in the east. Very nice northeast direction, which northeast are the ones that are going to see the total eclipse of the sun. Where I'm located, I'll see partial because of the time of day where it is, the placement, right? It depends like where you are in the world, but it will be visible. But the northeast direction, interesting, this is northeast direction, is where the solar will be, sun will totally, it will be 100% blocked while it goes through. So this is weird. Cordyceps is a fungus. And it's from the, it's yucky. It's kind of poisonous, they say, but it's used to heal. And it's out of darkness into the healing light. And high up you go, and there you are. It's a very nice message, because there's mountains here, and mountains always signify the obstacles and the standing strong through it all, the obstacles. So the card is also called revival. The card is also a number 8 in the number 8 position, and we also have another 5 up here. Change. But the change is into the power, into the even, into the, 8's a power number. It's beautiful messages today for solar eclipse energies. In combination with the retrograde. So if you didn't see the retrograde pick a pile, go check it out. I'll probably do another retrograde one as a check out or check in, I don't know. So anyways, the portal card, let me gaze into her. She's beautiful. But yeah, the courage and the vulnerability, the inner strength. Oh God, this is so beautiful. But that fungus card's so weird that one popped up, because we had anti-venom too. Ooh, fishes. Pretty weird plants. I love that deck. Okay, I love this deck. Okay, portal. Let me see. Because those are so juicy. The lips are so cute and juicy. And the eyes are so alluring. And they're so yay and welcoming. And these two loops. that are before, like it, that are coming off this card, the two loops. It kind of feels like your like the cloudiness is taken away. The cloudiness. It's kind of signified like this too, with the smoke coming out. But I'm looking at the portal card, and it feels like this cloudiness slips away. So no matter what group you feel you're in, it's all okay. Just like I said, it evens out. Things always work out. The only thing I'd say is one group is experiencing it different on a completely level bliss, euphoric, and the other people are experiencing it also, but in their level of where their cycle is. This is very dreamy. It's very soothing. So what this is saying to me is, like, with all that was said, just have it soothe you. Just have it soothe you. Yeah, certain things are not what they seem. So the disillusions are going to be revealed. And for those that have chosen to not fully let go of their past, it's just because you haven't completed it. There's no deadlines. There's just lifelines. You choose. It's your timing. Your contracts are all unique and different. It's going to be dragged out longer, that's all. Yeah. What else? Yeah, okay, I'll keep that one to myself. It's very sexy here, okay? So some of you are just going to be engorged with some of the most hottest sex ever and intimacy ever, partnership ever. That's those sexy eyes that I'm seeing there. But this is really a beautiful image. What else, please? Yeah. It's very playful. So for the ones that feel they're having the most intense times, find somehow to bring play. Bring some kind of play. What is play to you? I don't know. Play is a different thing for everyone, but there's something about play. It's very cute. It's very a sweetness to the end of this intense type of vibe reading, because the manifestation's there. Some of you may be looking at it already, but this fungus card's weird, but I like it. It suits the reading beautifully, as the cards call revival. And you were warriors. Let me show you the images.